right. If you are good, you get ice cream. It was a very hot summer day like it was today. It was last year. I was driving 4 hours with my 2 daughters and my wife in tow to Long Island, and it was, as hot as it was. I had the AC cranking, but it just wasn't working, and these girls were getting fidgety. They were hungry. They had to go to the bathroom, but we just had to go, go, go. And I said to them, if you're good, you get ice cream. And then they perked right up. They're like, okay, we'll be good, we'll be good. And I'm going to be honest with you, that ice cream was probably more for me than it was for them, because the reward of 4 hours of driving, in this hot, sticky car with the shirt stuck to my back was a weekend at my sister-in-law's. Getting all of those comments, oh, Bradley, you're still doing that comedy thing, are you? Making any money doing that yet? No, I didn't think so. Oh, it's nice watching the game on the flat panel TV, right? When are you guys going to get one of those? And so they would have to be really bad for us to not go to Baskin-Robbins for the 15 minutes before we go to my sister-in-law's. So we pull up to the Baskin-Robbins, and sure enough, they were very good. And I said, all right, you were good, now we go get ice cream. So we park and we go to walk in, and right as we're about to walk in, a Hummer H2, a bright yellow Hummer H2 pulls right up to the curb in the fire lane and just parks and turns off. And a guy and his adult son get out of the Hummer, and I'm like, dude, you can't park here, this is a fire lane. He's like, whatever, man, I'm just going in for a minute to get ice cream. To which I replied, nothing, because I didn't want to get beaten up in front of my kids on that particular day by a guy wearing jean shorts and a Yankees hat. So what I would have said if I had any balls was, yeah, you know who else is just going into Baskin-Robbins to get some ice cream? Everybody that has ever gone into Baskin-Robbins to get ice cream. They don't have a Wi-Fi in there, no one's sitting there, on their laptop finishing their great novel. It's a place you go get ice cream and then you leave. And you park in the parking lot like everybody else, but you drive a Hummer H2, which means you obviously do not care about anything other than yourself. My apologies if there's anyone here that drives an H2. Sorry if I offended you. Actually, I'm not sorry. Screw you. Those things are terrible for the environment. This is burlap and bean, for crying out loud. No one drives a Hummer H2. Shops here. Anyway, so we walk in and I order my mint chocolate chip shake, which I'm just so happy to get. I'm going to enjoy that before the weekend of misery that awaits me. And my daughter, who absolutely loves chocolate ice cream, orders a chocolate ice cream, and the guy says, oh, I'm sorry, we're out of chocolate ice cream. And she's like, really? I'm like, really? Out of chocolate ice cream? He's like, yeah, it's a busy day. It was a hot day. So I said, well, you know what? Why don't we take a look at some of the other flavors? So I pick her up, and I show her the thing, and there's a plethora of flavors. There's 31 in all, right? Well, 30, because they didn't have chocolate. And she's looking at all these amazing flavors, and she picks out white chocolate raspberry. And she's so excited to try something new. So I say, hey, you didn't get your chocolate, but you did a great job picking something else, and now you get to try something new. And she loved it, right? So we sit down, and we're eating it. And the next person to order is this adult male driving in his Hummer H2, parked right in front with his son, who's some guy in his 20s. And his son orders some sort of sundae. They make it, then the guy orders his ice cream. I'd like chocolate ice cream, please. And the guy says, oh, I'm sorry, we're out of chocolate ice cream. He's like, what? You guys are out of chocolate ice cream? How can that be? He's like, well, it's just a very busy day. We ran out of chocolate ice cream. And he says, can't you check in the back to see if you have more? He's like, no, this is what we have. What we have is right here, and we don't have any chocolate ice cream. He's like, can I speak to the manager? He's like, I am the manager. And this guy just loses it. He's like, dude, this is what's wrong. You people come here and you can't even serve somebody chocolate ice cream on a hot summer day. What is wrong? And the son's like, Dad, just come on. Like, he's obviously been down this road. He's like, let's just get something else. They got Vienna mocha chocolate. They got plenty of other chocolate flavors. And he's like, it's not about that. Which I knew at that point it was not about that. This guy was in a rage. Like, he has been for 50 years, like, gritting his teeth, watching these people, these brown people, come to this country and start businesses, and he's dealt with it, and now it hits close to home. The most American thing in the world, the sacred trust, serving ice cream to people on a hot summer day, and they can't even do that right? So he just said, that's it, we're leaving. And he walks out, and the son leaves without even paying for the ice cream. They just leave it there on the counter to melt. And I just take a big slurp of my mint chocolate chip ice cream shake. It is so tasty. And as he's walking out, my daughter looks at me and says, "That man wasn't good. He didn't get ice cream." Thank you.
Dr. Beck,